right, welcome, New
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year. There's a lot of celebrations that go on in this season.
Man, it is, and probably strange celebrations in this season as we've navigating new I don't know, new stuff, right? New things, new different ways, different things,
Yeah,
different forms of
everything's new.
celebration. Yeah,
Everything's new.
everything's new. Yeah, maybe new
Uh,
traditions, new things you get started. Hopefully you had a great Christmas season and launching into 2021. Man, I don't know about you guys. It felt like this wasn't going to come, right? Like this was, man, we were a long time in 2020 is what it felt like. So
Yeah, it felt like a long year. And I feel like it feels like 2021 is a brand new start, even though nothing's changed and all of that, but it just feels like it's like, okay, let's be prepared for this year a little bit better than we were last year, right? So
yeah.
anyway, it's been interesting to think back about this time last year and
Oh
just
man.
how different our headspaces were, and we were in the middle of construction had just started, and we were preparing for soul care and all of these things that we wouldn't be having these conversations. And look at, we made it, everybody. Happy 2021.
We were having many conversations about parking lots and parking plans and all of those fantastic good things. And well, here we are. So we're in 2021 and we're having awesome conversations about new parking lots that we get to enjoy at the church, which is awesome. Yeah, we had the chance as a staff just before the Christmas break to wander through the building. They got all the cement poured and all the walls up, or not all the walls up. They're working on all the walls up, but they got lots of walls up, all the kids' space.
Windows in, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Pam and her kids team just giddy with the kids' space, and yeah, it was awesome. So we're so excited for that, and that's to come in this year. Man, it's going to be a good year. We're excited for it. So
I'm really excited for 2021. I think that, and what a great way, like, to start off the new year with our 40 days of prayer as well. Like, it's just been so awesome to be able to engage in that together as a church community. And like, thank you so much, everybody, for hopping on Facebook Live, joining us 7:14 a.m. It was a little tough the first morning, but
yeah.
And you know what? It's such a great way to start off our morning.
Well, and it's been so cool to see, like we've been, I was on yesterday and like by the time I got done praying, there was like 28, 29 people. And again, this morning on with Dan and same sort of thing, like 30 of us getting together at 7:14 in the morning and joining in as any one of our pastoral staff, kind of leading us in 40 days of prayer, and lots of opportunity to join in with that. If you haven't checked them out, it's in the Facebook group, right? So there's a difference between our Facebook page and our Facebook group. If you aren't part of a Facebook group, we'd encourage you to join that and be part of it. And you can join us every morning, 7:14. It's a great way to kind of kickstart the day. But we also have like devotional stuff. We're reading through the Gospels in chronological order in the 40 days. You can sign up for that all on the website, and so many good things. So
and what's neat is these aren't even things that take a big time demand. Like the prayer in the morning, and I just enjoyed Dan this morning so much. First off, he looks good early in the morning like that. I don't know if he got up earlier and had a shower and cleaned up.
He probably got up. He's probably got a New Year's resolution to be working out. So he probably got up and like worked out before everything, and it's like, all right, I'm ready to roll. So
a little sweat coming off his head when he goes on screen. But it doesn't take but like 5-6 minutes in the morning, and it's just like a refreshing, hey, we're gonna have a good day, and then to go through the just the readings and the questions, and that only takes about 15-20 minutes, but it really does set you off for a day that's focused on the right things.
Absolutely.
And it's fantastic, and Dan did a great job again. Well, each of them have been really good, but I just appreciate this morning what Dan was sharing. So
you know what, and it's not too late. Like if you haven't signed up to receive the emails yet, or if you want to get caught up, just head to our stalliance.org/40 days. We'll have the links posted in the chats there for you. All the information is there. It's not too late to sign up, and you can catch up on a couple of days that you've missed if you want. It's pretty easy to jump in. So
yeah, so good. Typically, one thing I was going to say, hey, starting a new year, we typically ask if there's birthdays or anniversaries. We got Chandra on it on our Stack chat stream. But if you have birthdays or anniversaries coming up, I know I was going to highlight, but she already did it. On top of it, Craig and Brittany Walker celebrating the birth of a brand new son. Sean, yeah, so they had a baby like right at Christmas time. And so congrats, guys. Hope you're enjoying it. You're probably already up before 7/14 dealing with a new baby. So, tune in and join us. That's awesome. So,
that is so exciting. I never knew that. Christmas Eve. That's amazing.
I don't know if it was Christmas Eve. It was right around right in that. Oh yeah, Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. So, and when you join us, you don't have to, because we don't see your face, right? We just see whatever you type. So you can still be in your pajamas. You could still even be in your bed if you need to or whatever. So don't worry about how you look.
So good. So good. We have a birthday coming up in our household. We got Ryan's birthday coming up this week. So exciting times. The big 14. So yeah, if you got birthdays, we'd love to celebrate with you.
What day is Ryan's birthday this week?
His is the 8th.
Okay.
So
and 14, that means learner's license, right?
Yeah, so he's been reading. That's it. That's been his Christmas studying, is reading the driver's ed book.
That's exciting.
Good times.
That is good time.
You've hired somebody else to train them though, right, Mike?
Yeah.
All the fun that goes with that kind of stuff. It's good times.
Hey, he could get his motorcycle license, his learners.
Yeah, moped, on you go. Get him going.
Hey, so 2021, we've been posting this this whole last week on our social media feeds, but you guys make New Year's resolutions. It's been really cool seeing some of the goals, some of the words of the year that have been shared, some of the resolutions, quote unquote, that have been shared. How about you guys? Do you have any New Year's resolutions this year? I don't really do.
There's a small one, world peace.
Yeah, well, we can always work towards that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
right?
we can do it.
It's just a tiny one.
Jumping in there.
Yeah.
COVID got nothing on you. Just go straight to the world.
No, actually, this last year, and I mean, we're not going to go into that conversation, but there is so many things that we've learned about ourselves in this last season. So many things that a person thought so many things we've accomplished that we know now that we can accomplish even greater things. So I think this next season, I want to encourage people, really do that. Set some goals, and some very honorable goals, and just see what God can help you do through those things. Because this last year, the things that watching people, we hit this thing and it was what's going on? And then they kind of knuckled down, and then they reached out and they became community focused and community oriented, reaching and helping other people. And then it just became part of who they were. There's so many cool things. So this next year, yeah, it's going to be really good.
I'm making a New Year's resolution to always be nice to Pam.
That's going to last about 10 minutes.
We're back to work tomorrow, so.
I know. I was going to say, we'll see what our staff meeting's like on Tuesday.
Pam's writing that down right now, underlining it, bolding it.
Pastor Pam is chatting on YouTube, so let's let her weigh how she feels about my.
Oh man, I'm just gonna have to have the mute button on and the staff meeting on Tuesday. Just don't say anything.
Duct tape.
Oh man.
Those who we see Mike on a Sunday morning, but when we have to have Zoom calls with him, we call it the Sotsky smirk. It's you see in his eyes, and that he's thinking or chatting something that you're just not sure. So that's the ongoing game of what is Mike doing? What is Mike thinking?
Part of the problem with Zoom calls is that everybody's looking at you, right? Like in your typical meeting and you only see a couple faces, but in a Zoom call, everybody's looking at you. And so you're seeing everybody's expression, and man, I'm watching this stuff and I see people and I'm like, oh, I've been, you see the responses to something and it's like, oh, there's a comment there or a statement there. Anyhow, so that goes through my mind. And then I'm like, I chuckle to myself. I think it's funny. And so, yeah.
We just want everybody to know out there that as a staff, we do love each other.
We do.
We have a lot of fun, a lot of respect for each other.
And
but Mike is a troublemaker, though. We just want you to know that.
Okay, but so we had a staff Christmas online Christmas party. We had a white elephant gift exchange. I'm not the one who gave a white elephant. Like legit, somebody got a white elephant gift.
I just want to know where they got the white elephant. That's the thing. Like
Right?
that was a serious white elephant.
They've got a stash. Whoever gave it's got a stash of white elephants. So anytime they come to a white elephant gift exchange, they're just like, I know what I'm bringing. Here's a white elephant.
It was wrapped in popcorn.
Yeah,
Absolutely. A huge box of popcorn. That was hilarious.
that was so good. So much fun.
I wonder if it'll end up showing up again next year. Oh, there's the white elephant.
Oh, absolutely, it's showing up. I think that's going to be with us forever. So speaking of 2021, like we're into January, got things started, new things happening. We got today launching a new sermon series, Resilient Hope. And I was going to say Hope Resilient, but I was like, nope, that's not right. I know it's Resilient Hope. I know there's those two words. So
Got your back, Mike.
yeah, Resilient Hope. I was pausing for a moment to make sure I had it right. Resilient Hope is our sermon series that we're starting today. And I think, fitting in a season where we're coming to new things and opportunities and maybe it feels like you've kind of been worn through the last year, through 2020 and now into 2021. What rings true? What keeps us moving forward? What helps fuel us in this year? And so looking at some of those ideas and some of those things, recognizing some of the challenges we're still currently facing. I mean, it feels like there's some light at the end of the tunnel, vaccines and that type of stuff that's coming, and it's exciting, and return to easing some of these restrictions and doing all sorts of stuff. But I think it's a theme that fits well. And so we start this off this week. We got communion this week as well. So if you want to get ready with communion, don't forget to do that. Grab some crackers and grab some juice. But in 2 weeks' time, 2 weeks' time. Yeah, the 17th. We've got a guy by the name of Brett Ullman that is going to be sharing some of his story, some of his experience navigating issues of mental health, and how do you some insight from a journey that he's been on over the last number of years, working that out in his own life, dealing with it in his own experience. But Brett is a speaker that had been speaking in churches, conferences, to youth, to adults. That has kind of been his thing. That's what he's done over the last number of years. And obviously with COVID, hasn't been able to do that. So he's taking it virtual. So starting this Wednesday, he's actually got his virtual talks. So he's going on YouTube. You can check it out and track in with all his talks. Every 2 weeks, Wednesday evening, he's hosting a virtual talk. So he's touches on some great topics, some helpful topics. He actually just wrote a book called Parenting, Navigating Everything. And that's actually his first talk. Just a helpful talk for parents. We got lots of questions. I don't know about other parents, but there's lots of times where it feels like I don't have a clue what I'm doing. And it's helpful to have some insight, some input from somebody else that's navigated that journey, somebody else that's gone on. But he's got a parenting one. 2 weeks after that, he's going to be talking about the Walking Wounded, talking about his journey through a mental health breakdown and walking through that, what he's learned about himself, learned about process, navigating that kind of stuff. He's talking about media, faith, and culture in another one. He's got one for men. He's got one that he does dealing with issues of porn, how to navigate that as parents, but also how to navigate that as people, individuals, as we wrestle with some of those issues. And then he's got one related to dating for life. One of the big questions, right, as youth and young adults about dating and all those kind of things. A great conversation starter. So I encourage you to check it out. I think the links are being posted in our chats in different spots. So check him out on YouTube. Brett Ullman is his name. He's got some great resources in YouTube and Facebook. Definitely encourage you to check him out. And then we'll hear from him in 2 weeks' time. So it should be good.
So Mike, when we hear from him, are we hearing from him on the Sunday morning during the service time?
Yeah. So he's going to be sharing his story as part of our service on the 17th.
Very, very good.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. Excited to have him. He's great guy.
Something I wanted just to also just remind people, if it's something that would be helpful to them, is on January 13, we're doing our first meeting with a new small group that's starting called Stronger Together, and it's dealing with a marriage blueprint for intimacy. And we do have room for one more couple. And so if you'd like to join, just give me a text or a call, and we'll get you connected. But as we are going through this season right now, and many have weathered through some struggles and difficulties, stuff has come up, you work through that, wherever you're at in that part of the journey, we really do want to encourage people to get involved in small groups. And Pam has a number of small groups that you can see online. We have small groups through the hub, support groups, but it's about being connected as a community with a small group of people that you're engaging with each other. And I've never found, in all my years of being part of small groups, I've never found a small group that hasn't been helpful in some way. Some have been incredibly helpful. Others have been tremendously supportive. But we do want to encourage people to get into, become part of a small group, not only where you can receive, but also where you can give back. So, so this is a new one that's starting January 13, called Stronger Together. And so if you're a couple out there, and you're saying, you know what, we could just use a little bit of pick me up, some lift up, some encouragement, we're here for you. So
yeah, definitely reach out to Pastor Pam. You can check her out on the website and drop her an email, and we'd love to connect. That's one of the big things, right? We've been dealing with physical distance, and but there is the need for interaction, engagement with other people to journey together. We were created to live in and live out of community. And so being alongside others, having people know you and know others, so key, so vital, so important that we don't navigate this alone. And walk together with others. I know I was out for a run this week, and the trail's been packed. Everybody making the most of like the great weather, and the trail's been so busy. But it was neat to see. We had like a St. Albert Lions Church reunion on the trails this week. I saw Fernando and Nora, and man, we were just chatting. Yeah, so cool. But just the comments of like, oh man, I just miss connecting with people. And no, this season is interesting, challenging, but ways to do it through our groups that are happening in a variety of ways. I know our small group continues to connect online, and obviously not the most ideal thing, but it's definitely a way to maintain connection, right? Yeah. And keep connected to others and journey with others. So yeah, I encourage you to definitely be part of one, and Pam's got some great opportunities, and the more people that email her, the more work she's got to do. So that's like awesome. It's a win-win.
There we go.
Right on your New Year's resolution there, Mike.
Oh, yeah. I was being nice. She does great work. She does awesome stuff. So like she's all got it. But yeah, the more people that email her.
You know what? And we say this all the time that, we're not meant to do life together.
We're not meant to do life alone.
Whoa.
I know it's early in the new year.
Do life alone. Wow. Oh, not enough coffee this morning.
Malay, we just appreciate you so much.
Thank you. We are not meant to do life alone. Statement. Yes. And so we do have tons of groups where you can get involved. This is a great time to like jump in, meet some new people. If you're new with us, you've only joined us online in the past like 9 months, and we absolutely get involved in one of our small groups. Visit our website. It's all there. Also, we recognize that some people are wanting to make some life change, and the hub is a great place to start for some of that as well. So make sure we check that out. we are getting told that we need to wrap up.
Ah,
Out of time.
time's done.
It's just like 2020. Where did it go so fast?
I know. So we are going to wrap up, and remember, communion at home, 40 days of prayer. Make sure you've signed up. We are just
Refresh.
a couple seconds early today, so the service will begin in 5 minutes. Refresh your screens and have a great week.
So good to see you. Thanks for being with us.
Bye, everybody.